Всем привет! Hallo, zusammen! Hi guys! Welcome back to another episode of my second series about education in Russia and in Germany. And in today's episode I'm going to be talking about the secondary education sector. And I am super lucky because I got permission to film this video in a real classroom and hopefully to get all the essential information up on the board for you guys to visualize, to take it in more easily, to digest it, to let it sink in and hopefully to retain. But before I get to today's topic properly, I'd like to quickly recap last week's episode. We were talking about the primary education sector where pupils aged 7, it's a classic, go to year 1 in Russia on September the 1st and remain in the primary school for 4 years, which is exactly the same as here in Germany. Die Grundschule, the primary school, Начальная школа. And yeah, when they're aged 10 to 11, then they take another step in their life and they have to move on. They go to the secondary school. Средняя, Общеобразовательная школа. It's quite tricky in German to find an equivalent because you've got like so many types of school here, Gesamtschule potentially, but state education, as I said last time, is free and compulsory, and schools are mixed. This is like the norm, okay? There are exceptions to the rule, obviously, as always in life, but the classic, case is free, compulsory, and mixed. Look what I've got. Apologies for my bad handwriting. Yeah, it's the way it is and I really hope you can read it. Alright, so I've got it up on the board and I will now talk you through each of the key stages. The primary education system, okay, so the primary school, which is compulsory in Russia and in Germany, and encompasses years 1 to 4, and it's called Начальное Общеобразование. Okay, then, which is today's episode's topic, comes the secondary education sector. Can you see it? Here, okay, which is compulsory until year 9. Okay, so this would be equivalent to the Unter- and Mittelstufe in Germany. And in Russia, the secondary school sector is divided into 2 stages. Okay, stage 1 is 5 to 9, so 5 years of general secondary education, основное общее образование. However, it is considered incomplete. But students who take the test after year 9, which is called ОГЭ, основной государственный экзамен, which is sort of the equivalent to the GCSE in England or the Realschulabschluss in Germany. Okay, and after they've completed year 9, they can attend a technical college, for example, okay? Get a profession, start an apprenticeship, right? But they don't have to leave school if they don't want to. So the more aspiring students who aim for higher education, they have to stay in school and complete 2 more years, so years 10 to 11, which is the equivalent to the 6th form in England and die Oberstufe in Germany. And it is called the upper secondary education, Среднее общеобразование, and this is considered complete, which is again the equivalent to the Abitur in Germany or the A levels in the UK. And after they've completed year 11, all of them have to take an examination, national examination, which is called ЕГЭ. единый государственный экзамен. They demonstrate the knowledge that they've been acquiring from the primary education sector through to the general secondary education and up until the upper secondary education. Once they are done with year 11, they move on to the higher education sector, which is not today's episode's topic. I will dive into it next week for you guys. Okay, so let's pause here for a sec. So, in terms of the school subjects, in the primary education, of course, the 3 R's, right? Reading, writing, arithmetic, and also the physical education to keep fit. And especially where I used to live on the Peninsula Kamchatka, we've got like a lot of snow in the winter, and so we would do a lot of skiing in the winter or during the winter, and then a lot of hiking, all sort of team sports, you know, during the summer, autumn. With regards to the secondary education sector, we've got a wide variety of subjects taken out of this certificate of general certificate of secondary education, аттестат об основном общем образовании, okay? This I was given after year 9 in Russia, okay? So, subjects. We've got Russian, русский язык, literature, литература, and this encompasses Russian literature and of course also international literature. Then we've got world history, всеобщая история. Then we've got algebra, geometry, Russian history, geography, physics, biology, chemistry, foreign language, arts, physical education, ecology, informatics, music. 2 subjects seem to be like very special to the Russian education. So we've got трудовое обучение, or amongst Russians, труды, and then ОБЖ, which is основы безопасности жизнедеятельности, and then also черчение, which is like drawing, and обществознание. It's getting darker in here, and it's quite a gloomy day actually. So back to those special subjects. So we've got ОБЖ, основы безопасности жизнедеятельности, in English, safety management in emergencies. Then we've got труды, трудовое обучение, crafts and labor training, and also обществознание, which is translatable as social studies. Okay, let's talk about some of the key differences between the systems. The Russian system is quite similar to the British system, and my personal opinion is it's more fair. Year 9, after which students are free to decide what they're gonna make with their life. It's an active process and students make informed choices, in stark contrast to the German system, the quite selective system. After year 4, students get selected, get divided into 3 groups based exclusively on their academic performance. The function of the general secondary education as well as of the upper secondary education is to build up knowledge and to prepare students for the lifelong learning, because it is important to know how to learn what the 2 components, the declarative knowledge, so the what, right, inside our heads, inside the mental lexicon, in the long-term memory, and so on and so forth, and also the how component. How can I learn more effectively? How can I process information? How can I read faster? What are the reading strategies, in terms of the reading comprehension and also listening comprehension when it comes to learning a foreign language? How do I, not just read something and then forget it after, a short period of time, but how can I read something that I can retain it, retrieve it easily? So, lifelong process, lifelong learning. Also, guys, in the primary school, you get in Russia just one school teacher who accompanies you on this knowledge journey from year 1 to the end of the year 4, which is quite different in Germany, because after year 2, students get assigned a different school teacher. Throughout the secondary school sector, students in year 5 get assigned a different school teacher, who then remains the school teacher up until year 9 or year 11. And in the secondary school in Russia, pupils do have a classroom. However, they have to move from subject to subject. So 45 minutes, end of lesson, pack their backpacks and move on to the next classroom, be it biology, chemistry, physical education, and so on and so forth. Okay. So when I went to the secondary school, we were given free school meals, like free lunches, which were extremely yummy, and I always looked forward to eating those. I would devour those, if I am honest, taking into consideration my poor background. They were free, my parents didn't have to pay anything, and they were extremely yummy and I think quite nutritious, quite healthy, because every single day we would get something different, like a soup, and then, mashed potatoes with, I don't know, some meat or some fish, accompanied by a bulочка, like a bun or a scone, with some kompotik, which is like, dried apples, apricots, cooked, and then you would drink it. Okay, so we call it kompot. In the 6th form, all students get to be on duty, which is called дежурство. So we would, for example, be on duty at the entrance and also then during the break, перемена, just to control masses and report if something bad happens, Okay guys, that's about it for today's episode. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that you like this content, and also consider subscribing to my channel, because I post on a weekly basis and I hope that this content is useful. Всем пока. Tschüss, zusammen. Bye guys, and I will catch you next time.